Imagine a system where there is always an extra player. A manager so obsessed with control that even his goalkeeper plays an active role in the build-up. This is the crazy tactic of Enzo Maresca. Once doubted about his ability to manage top clubs in the Premier League, he has already silenced the critics within a few short months in charge of Chelsea. By implementing tactics like the box midfield, he not only plays beautiful possession-based football but has created one of the deadliest attacking teams in the league.
It is Palmer! Oh, wow!
So what exactly is this system that made Chelsea instant title contenders? And why is it so hard to defend against? Let's find out in this video. One of Maresca's core principles is to make the pitch as wide as possible, creating space for his players to attack. He achieves this by having players hugging the touchline at specific times when his team is in possession. This is known as the maximum width approach. By using this tactic, the team can disorganize the opposition's defense and create space in zones that would normally be inaccessible if players occupied narrower positions. For example, when building from the back, the fullbacks will hug the touchline to create width, while the center-backs start on either side of the keeper. The number 8 will then drop deeper to form a double pivot with the holding midfielder, and together they squeeze tightly in this central zone. Having the fullbacks as wide as possible and the pivots in these narrow areas frees up space in these central channels that the team can occupy using third-man passes to bypass the opposition's press. These channels in particular are important to Maresca as he prioritizes central progression, and you will often see the center-backs drifting into these channels to receive the ball as the keeper is being charged down. Also, depending on the side of the pitch that Chelsea is building from, the striker, the number 10, or the winger will shift into these areas to provide support, while the winger on the opposite side will remain wide and open for a switch in play, which can create deadly 1v1 scenarios against the opposition's fullbacks. As the play progresses into the second phase, we can see another of Maresca's core principles come into play. In a previous interview, Maresca stated that he always wants his team to have a +1 advantage on the ball. So as the team bypasses the initial press, he instructs one of the fullbacks to invert infield, freeing up one of the midfielders and allowing them to join the attack. This changes the team's shape to the well-known 3-2-5 formation and creates a box in midfield. The box instantly provides Chelsea with the +1 advantage against opposition who defend with 3 players in the center of the pitch and allows them to control the flow of the game. However, while it creates the numerical advantage in the middle, more and more teams are becoming resistant to the box midfield by applying intense man-to-man press during the build-up phase, and by doing this they can trigger defensive errors, and this caused Chelsea to concede few goals at the start of the season. So to solve this, Maresca instructs his keeper to play an active role in this stage of the build-up as well, so it is not uncommon to see the keeper advancing higher than normal to receive a pass or initiating a quick counter-attack. So if the opposition decides to go man-to-man in their press, then the back 3 will stretch their shape to create space for the keeper to step up and act as a 4th defender, which gives Chelsea an 11 versus 10 advantage and re-establishes their numerical superiority. And the only way that the opposition can combat this is to commit even more players forward, but this subsequently leaves huge gaps in their defensive shape, allowing Chelsea to target the spaces behind and create deadly 1 versus 1, or 2 versus 1 scenarios with long balls over the top. Due to this threat, many teams will choose not to press, instead reverting to a compact 4-4-2 shape in a defensive low block. This means that Maresca's team has achieved control in the build-up but lost their +1 advantage in midfield. When this happens, the 4 players in the box are normally man-marked, so it is the role of the striker to then drop deep and occupy this area in midfield, creating a 5 versus 4 overload and restoring the +1 advantage. This also has the effect of drawing one of the central defender towards the striker, thus leaving the defense 1 versus 1 against the wingers, and it opens space that can easily be exploited with accurately weighted through balls. Another reason Maresca uses this shape is the defensive stability it provides. If the team loses the ball in the build-up, then instead of reverting to a back 4, he instructs his team to maintain the 3-2 shape and initiate an aggressive press, leading to high turnovers. And when they regain possession of the ball, the close proximity of the players allows the team to quickly transition into the counter-attack. By using this strategy, Chelsea have already forced several defensive errors in the opposition's half, which resulted in goal-scoring opportunities. In previous games, Maresca faced difficulties when playing against opponents who chose to sit back and defend in a compact low-block defensive system. His team's attacks became repetitive and easy to predict as more teams started to recognize their pattern of play, and instead of aggressively pressing, many teams decided to overload the central zones, which minimized the space that Maresca's men could exploit. This has the effect of forcing the team to recycle the ball from side to side without causing any real danger to the opponent. To solve this problem, Maresca selects tactically gifted players who can operate in tight spaces and are proficient at ball carrying. Cole Palmer has already proven how dangerous he can be in these advanced areas in the previous season, and we can only assume that more is yet to come. However, one player that has burst to life under Enzo Maresca's guidance is Noni Madueke. His ability to beat players one-on-one, as well as the ability to carry the ball in advanced areas, is crucial to Maresca's system, because as he progresses forward it forces the opposition to commit more players to close him down, which frees up space in the danger zone for other teammates to receive the ball. He has formed a deadly partnership with Palmer up front, and it is not uncommon to see them switching roles. As he drifts infield, it allows Palmer to make the overlapping run, or alternatively, he can easily dribble past multiple players before providing dangerous cutbacks from the byline. His ability to shoot with either foot, as well as his ability to dribble inward or outward, also makes him unpredictable and difficult for the opposition to mark. He is proving to be a real asset for the team, and a menace for opposing defenders in this new system.
Here he is again from that angle, and he's scored again! He's on a hat-trick!
Another player who benefits tremendously from Maresca's system is Nicolas Jackson. While he has been criticized previously for being wasteful in front of goal, his ability to drop deep as a +1 in midfield and provide support to the build-up is an integral part of Maresca's plans. His work rate also plays a clinical role in the way that the team defends from the front. For example, when the team loses the ball in advanced areas, Maresca employs a lopsided approach where one of the midfielders will advance with the striker to press the opposition fullbacks simultaneously. The objective is to force the ball wide, where the team then aggressively pushes together to block the passing lanes on the opposite side, squeezing the space in the opposition's half while closing the gap, which results in high turnovers and forces the opposition to play more long balls. So far, Jackson has thrived acting as the trigger that initiates this pressing strategy, and he has also gotten some decent returns in his offensive responsibilities with his link-up play. And as he gets tuned to the system, he should cement himself as one of Maresca's key players. So there you have it. This is the tactic of Enzo Maresca. It is already clear to see the identity that he is trying to bring to the team, and although it won't be an overnight fix, the results have already started to give hints of the future to come. But what do you think? Do you think Maresca is the man to restore Chelsea to their former glory? And do you think he can challenge for the title? Leave your thoughts in the comments below.